Hey guys, and welcome back. We're going to be working on tearing down the Camaro's original engine for Tristan's Bonneville. As you saw in the last video, Tristan's engine finally blew up, so we're going to need to do an engine swap pretty fast here. This is a 3.8 liter V6 out of our Camaro Project F. This was the original engine that we took out of it to put this engine in. So basically same engine, just supercharged. This one is a little bit different in the fact that it has 9.4 to 1 compression ratio, and it's naturally aspirated. So what people do with these is they do what's called a top swap. So you just remove the intake manifold, cylinder heads, and you're able to put on the intake manifold, supercharger, cylinder heads from an L67 supercharged 3.8. So for right now, I'm just going to be going ahead and tearing this down as much as we can. I'll be taking off the intake manifold and possibly down to the heads today. I'm going to go ahead and get started working on this, tearing down as fast as I can. We're not doing anything with it more than that today. We're going to be working on the car and whatnot on Saturday. So I'm going to get started on that. Man, that really had some crud on it. I don't know how anyone would have been able to get these off inside the car. You really need a lot of leverage. Could have just been the age. I mean, who knows how long these injectors have been in. So, got that off. You can kind of see how grimy it is in there. Pretty gross. Pretty much just cemented in. But that is the intake manifold. So, the rest of the block is still grimy, but we're definitely going to clean it up. I'm just going to go ahead and continue with this. I'm going to be removing the alternator bracket. It goes up to there. As well as, I think this was the spark plug ignition coil bracket. I'm going to be removing that, and then that'll give me access to the bolts for the lower intake manifold. And then hopefully I can take off this whole thing in one piece. I won't have to take off the upper intake manifold. So I'm going to get started on that. Alright, my battery's about to die, so I'm going to go ahead and charge it up. But I was able to get the alternator bracket off. Now we just need to get the coil bracket off. You can kind of see in there, it was kind of hard to get to the nut because once you back it out, it actually hits the wall. So definitely going to have to work on that. And then it's just, there's probably some bolts in there. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this off and continue removing this stuff. Alright guys, I got all the lower intake manifold bolts out. There was a total of 9 that I can see, so I haven't tried taking it off yet, but I just wanted to show you. All I have to say is anyone who's ever had to actually replace like an intake manifold gasket or anything to do with the intake manifold while it's inside their Camaro, I feel very sorry for you. This is like, it was like pulling teeth getting some of these bolts out. The back one right here, so if you'd be looking at the engine, it'd be like this, and the cowl of the engine pretty much comes up to right here. So anything past this is under the cowl. You also have to remove the injectors and everything, and that by itself was really hard. Like I said, you need lots of leverage to even get it out. This bolt right here stripped, and I had to get an easy out in there, and yeah, it was just super hard. Like, I feel like if I owned a Camaro V6 like this and I need to do anything with the intake manifold, I'd like just sell it or do what we're doing here and swap it. Like, it's personally I have a serious, like, while you're in there syndrome. So if I were going to be having to do something like this, I'd do probably some other mods at the same time, but for just basic maintenance, it is so bad. So got that off. I'm going to go ahead and try removing the intake manifold here. There might be some other stuff around that I've missed, maybe at the front, but I'm going to go ahead and give it a shot. Alright, I tried pulling on the intake manifold, but it is just like cemented on with RTV, grime, rust, whatever, you know. So I might need some extra hands to get it off. I did get the alternator and I think that's the heater core passover disconnected here. Basically it was just connected. Actually looks like it broke off right there, but that's fine. We're replacing the front cover and everything, so that should be fine. I might turn my attention to the exhaust manifolds here and see what I can do to get that off, and then call it quits for today. Alright, I got the exhaust manifold heat shielding off. There's just a couple of 3/8 bolts I had to tap a spanner onto and break loose. Came off even though it was rusted, and just jammed it with the spanner. That now gives us access to the bolts for the exhaust manifolds. So these are all pretty rusted, so you might get some issues with this. I might spray it down with some penetrating fluid, but otherwise I'm going to go ahead and start removing these exhaust manifolds. Just to show you some more great GM design, this exhaust manifold, one of the last bolts in there, let's see, yeah, there it is blocked by the O2. And the only way to remove this O2 is by removing the heat shielding, because there's not enough clearance for you to get a 7/8 spanner in here to break it loose. So, also, when this is in the car, I don't even know how you'd be able to fit a spanner sideways like that. It'd have to come in from like the bottom or something. But yeah, it's pretty bad all around here. This would be very hard to work on inside the car. So I'm gonna go ahead and push on, and I'll show you once this is off. Alright, just so all you know, I did break all these bolts loose before, so they should all come out easy. Alright, last one. Did disconnect that. I'm not sure why it's not popping off. There we go. Well, there it is. Alright, so got that off. There's just some accessories on the front, and we'll work on the other side there. Alright, I've ran out of time for today, but I just wanted to get as much done as we can. The intake manifold is ready to come off. I got the driver's side exhaust manifold off, now we just need to do the passenger side. We'll surely do that on Saturday, so I'm going to go ahead and end this clip off here. Alright, we're back working on tearing down the Camaro's engine. Also, Vince is here, going to be tearing down his engine. So, a lot of cross-contamination parts just going around here. Last we left off, we couldn't take the intake manifold off this thing because it was just, like, stuck, the lower intake manifold. Tristan thinks removing the upper will help. We'll see if that plays out.
It'll get off one way or another.
I had a pry bar under here and broke off a bit. That's fine, though.
Keep breaking it till it comes off.
And we're also we're not so concerned with keeping things organized on this thing because, I mean, we're not reusing almost any of these pieces.
But we will have to remember that all the bolts we stole off this engine are now in need.
Project F, that's true.
But can't you just yoink them off the Bonneville's engine?
Yes, but we need to know. We need to make sure we steal the right ones.
Just yoink them all and then fill in the holes.
Oh my god.
We'll just RTV it.
That's what actually
someone
told me on Facebook. Duct tape. Bet it was this.
Nice.
Yep, that was the one.
Fuck you.
I don't think so.
Yeah, look how that went into the lower intake manifold.
Yeah, but the lower intake manifold is...
Okay, well this needs to come off because...
I don't think that would have done... I mean,
Fuck you.
These bolts are in that lower intake manifold too. It's going into the block that matters.
Tristan, just remove it.
I have a bunch of bolts there. Why do they have to put those?
Dude, you're making a mess of my garage.
Is that new? Is that something new to you, Davis? Because
Yeah.
you should be used to this by now. Oh my god, you're
just
breaking his
ruining
tools.
my fucking house.
Oh no. I'm sorry.
You owe him a new one. 3 new ones.
3 new ones. What? 3 new ones.
Oh.
I agree. You're not gonna take it
Lift
off.
with your little tiny arms.
Okay.
Should pull on the oil filter extension right there. Put your foot on it and just pull it. Here, step
Literally
on that.
gonna lift up on it before you.
Step on this,
actually
Tristan, right
put
here.
enough leverage.
There you go. Watch your hand, Vince.
Ah!
Yep.
Oh my lord.
Pussy.
Oh, wait. Yeah, I don't know. Need to remove these bolts too, maybe.
Fuck do those bolts go to?
Where? You know, that's probably just holding onto the intake manifold here. All the bolts that really matter are these ones.
Yeah.
Because we can remove the whole thing as assembly, just the lower intake manifold. Were they long?
They were long. But not like super long.
They wouldn't go to anything on the valley. Oh, that's... Well, no, we need to remove this. That's a
Yeah,
suck part.
we
Yeah,
do.
but I mean, if we get that off, we might find better leverage on
Just
the
a little pop. Oh, that baby clean inside, surprisingly.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
not gross inside.
Yeah, I don't see any other bolts really that might be doing it. Is, nothing over there. Maybe
Yeah,
that.
it's
I
not
don't know.
that. Oh, and guess what? We're deleting the EGR system, so now the Bonneville won't have that shit.
So, I'm
Oh my
gonna...
god.
Damn.
There's bolts inside.
There are? Where? Oh, there
There's
is.
bolts inside. We just had to crack the
bamboozled.
Okay.
crack the code.
I said this earlier. GM, like, doing this shit, like, this would be impossible. If you had to replace the lower intake manifold gaskets in the car, this would be hell.
At least in a Camaro.
This would be hell.
Tucked halfway under the cowl.
Yeah, it'd be like tucked up this way. You wouldn't be able to touch anything back there. You need all that leverage and shit.
Good job, Vince. You broke it, and we discovered.
He had a weld.
Now it's still gonna be
Nope.
gross. Nice.
Boys, I feel like
Those gaskets have seen some decks cool.
Yeah, they have. They've seen some shit.
They have seen some shit.
Boys, I
Alright.
feel like we're
Back at it again?
going through quite a few engines here lately.
I don't know why you'd say that.
Well, let's see. I've got
shit,
at least the short block for a Buick put together, and then we built that, and now we're tearing this down, and we're tearing that down, and we're
Same day.
Well, I'm
Let's
gonna
get
be.
some baggies.
Yeah, we
And
do.
some
do that.
Sharpies.
Let's just go get general supplies real quick, and also food because it's Saturday and I haven't eaten yet.
Yep.
I can't
So-
eat food like you guys can.
Yeah, you can. Oh yeah, Tristan
Here,
got
I
his.
got you, boy.
Wait. So Tristan got his wisdom teeth removed
Yeah.
just yesterday. He's recovered quickly.
2 wisdom teeth and a molar.
Yep.
Go
So
back to work after I've had mine removed. That shit sucked.
I
The
stayed
same
home.
day?
No, not the same day, but the day after.
Oh.
And I was still doing construction, and that sucked.
Ew.
Yep. So all we really need to do on this engine is remove the passenger side exhaust manifold. I guess we can remove the front cover and everything so we can get to the cam,
Heads.
the
We're putting
EGR
the
stuff.
in, right?
Yeah, we're putting cam in.
The new one?
Yep.
Fucking finally.
Yeah,
Jesus
and the valve
Christ. All it
springs.
took was a rod through the block. That's all it took.
So Tristan also bought a ZZP top swap kit. So ZZP makes it really easy to do this whole thing. It's
All
like
the gaskets and
$180
bolts.
for literally everything you need to do a top swap on one of these engines.
And then it becomes essentially the exact same engine.
Well,
Just
except
the
with
only difference is the bottom end is different, but it will still be fine. Like,
You'd
it's
have-
the same block.
you'd
same-
have a different compression ratio, right?
Yeah, but besides that, like every other piece is the same on the engine.
Yeah.
Gets
So
it
let's-
in the Bonneville, starts it, new compression ratio, new rod, new block.
Yep.
Let's go get some supplies.
So we're gonna go to the store, get some Ziploc bags and stuff to tidy things up here, especially for this engine because we want to kind of keep things at track with this. This one not so much.
Fuck that one.
This one's the important one.
Yeah.
Definitely a 6.0.
Not my gold.
So back to the Camaro here. He's got
Garbage.
both exhaust manifolds off, and he's just cleaning it up so far. He wants to paint it. He's going to paint it the same color as my Mustang over there. So that'll be neat.
Sorry about that. Yeah, have a red and then a blue motor, you know? Probably gonna paint the transmission the same color because it's really gross right now.
Yeah, we really need to clean it.
It's absolutely disgusting in my car.
The oil pan and the oil filter extension bracket are from the original Grand Prix motor that we're using for Project F, so he's probably just going to swap out the oil pan and filler neck from your Bonneville, right?
Yeah, probably.
I mean, or you could just repaint it, paint over it.
I mean, it might not work for it. The one in my Bonneville doesn't go down; it goes straight. So
could probably just pull the whole
Interesting.
head.
Just a little bit, but the back of the engine's mostly clean. I got the sides.
I would work on taking off the front stuff.
I will, but it's fucking the front is disgusting. But then most of it is the front cover, so I will be able to do that. Just want to clean up some of this dirt though.
Yeah.
These look like
Want to paint it.
So, just removing the front. I don't think we even need these lights, but maybe we do. Yeah, might as well. So we're just taking out this gross front cover water pump.
Big pan of black beans.
Tristan also has a new water pump for this, the better designed one. That
From the Monte Carlo.
yeah, the Monte Carlo. It's the one we put in Project F as well.
Only like $20. Everyone with the 3800 should get it.
Yeah, anyone who has a 3800 should get this water pump. It's a lot better. Also, this water pump uses 2 different size bolts.
Which is cancer. Like these are 5/8, and
So you might,
is like 13.
You might want to save these bolts.
Might want to save them?
Yeah. Unless you want to take the ones out of your Bonneville.
I mean, that is an idea. They're like not as gross as these ones, I think.
Yeah, these ones, they need to go in with like thread locker too. Or not thread locker, Teflon tape.
I have some, so that's good.
One of these bolts, I think it's one on the right. No, it's already out. Yeah, it's there's like a coolant channel behind the bolt.
Yeah.
I literally removed the bolt and it poured coolant. Yeah.
Oh wow. Guess that one looks a little wet, so maybe that is one of them.
Yeah, there shouldn't be any water in this.
That is true. There shouldn't be.
I mean, there's gonna be residual, but
Oh, that works. Ah, that's not as bad as I thought it would.
pretty clean.
It's better than what was in the Grand Prix.
Yep.
But yeah,
These engines are gross, but this one wasn't so bad.
so I'm gonna need some help. I need the engine to be lifted to take this cover off.
So if you've ever, stuck up an engine like this to get to some bolts, then you're probably,
A redneck.
a redneck or doing the jury rig life. That's 3/8, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, that no won't work.
Right. She is. In all her disgusting glory.
Sorry I couldn't show that, but it was kind of hard. Not a lot of chain tension.
That's not good. We do have another chain we can throw on that the guy who sold me the cam had.
Might as well.
So
Well, I don't know. I don't want to have to. Well, we're gonna have to take the cam off anyway,
Yeah.
so it'll be fine. All right, now we can start removing the camshaft and get the new VS in, or if you want to clean it up.
I'll clean up the edges, I suppose. But
Cool. So we're gonna continue work on this. I'm gonna charge up the camera and come back once we have some more progress. So Tristan's gonna be taking the cam out here.
there we go. So
Should be easy enough just to pull out, right?
maybe. Where's the cloth I had? Can you hand me a paper towel?
We might have to push it out the
cam
back.
key's in. The
So-
cam key's in too. Doesn't that need to come out?
No.
Oh.
You might need to replace it onto that. Yeah. All right, we're working on getting Tristan's cam out.
Just a whoop.
Yep, transition. He's having a little bit of trouble tapping it out, but the rears are. We need to get the. Let's get the heads off and the lifters out first. Then it'll come out easy.
Oh, duh. They're
We're
just
kinda
sitting on the
idiots.
cam.
Yep.
Duh.
So actually, we're going to remove the valve covers, remove the heads, and then we can tap the cam out. So we're going to get started on that. Yep. Alright, moment of truth. Nice. Let's see what those pistons looked like.
Oh yeah, I forgot the spark plugs are still in it.
Yeah. I'm just gonna fucking break them. Where's my flashlight? I don't know. That's fine.
They don't look too.
It's not
What
bad.
is that? What is that?
That's a head gasket?
No.
That shit
Crumbles?
probably fell in there, yeah.
Okay.
It's just like paper or something. Dirt. Cool. Are you going to reuse these push rods, or do you have new ones?
No, I don't have any new ones.
Are you going to need a new one with the cam?
I don't think so. Because people put, like, they say, like, this...
Did the head gasket come off with the cylinder head?
It's right there.
Yeah, it did. So, yeah, we have Scotch-Brite that we have a rotary tool to clean this up with. We'd ideally like to take it to a machine shop, but we're kind of in a time crunch. And it'll be fine. You know, we know a lot of people who do it this way, and it ends up being fine. So, just going to even out the surface, and then we still need to do the other side. And once we have that done, we should be able to take out the cam, put the new cam in, and at that point, we should be able to start with breaking down your Bonneville. And still need to probably swap the oil pan or just check which one's, the better one.
Which one will actually fit?
We still need to take the oil pan off and tighten down the oil pickup tube because I replaced it and that's kind of loose in there. Yep.
Yeah, look at these. Like gunk.
Yeah, not as bad
Good
as...
thing we're not using these heads.
Yeah, not as bad as the Grand Prix engine though, honestly.
Hopefully the heads... Yeah, true. Hopefully the heads look nicer in my car because it's only 120,000 miles, but that didn't save it.
It also threw a rod through the block.
Yeah, it did. Always gotta remind me.
Yep.
I'll remind you too if you want.
And then when he gets this all installed, he's going to run a engine coolant flush through to get all the decks cool out and use some good coolant.
I hope all that that stuff doesn't get caught in my heater core and like fuck it up.
Yep.
Because what it is, it's this $3 press stone kit where you cut a heater hose
Yeah.
and you basically put this like little piece of pipe in it, in line, and it's got this one T that you can, which normally has a cap you thread on, but it has this piece that you thread on that, and you thread a garden hose on the other end.
Just push it.
Yeah, and so you just have the hose go, and you can have the car run or not. I do both. So I just run it for like 10 minutes with the car off while it flows out of the radiator, and like you unhook where it plugs into the engine. The coolant hose attaches to the engine, and then I will like do it with the car on.
Yep.
And it's pretty good. What?
Wow, that cleaned up so nice.
I was gonna say that's technically tap water. You're not really supposed to use tap water because it'll eat through gaskets, doesn't it?
That's if you run it for long periods of time. If he's doing a flush, like it's not staying in there.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, tech squeeze through gaskets, and they use that as coolant, so I think it's fine.
So we're gonna get started on the other
actually-
head, and also getting the lifters out and the cam, and we'll continue off there.
I can do. Yeah.
Alrighty, taking the cam out now. The stock tiny cam.
Oh yeah, we weren't able to get the cam out of that thing, so it's too bad we can't compare yet.
Yep. But if it turns out this is like an aftermarket cam,
Let's check it.
It is.
Check the ends, see if there's any writing on it on the ends.
no, it's probably just stock.
Yeah. Probably is.
So we'll probably want to.
No, there is writing.
What does
Well,
it
I
say?
mean, it's probably nothing
Yeah, it's
crazy.
just never mind. It's just stock.
just stock.
Can I break it?
If you want to.
So at this point, we can put the new cam in.
Yeah, we can. Let me see it.
The VS cam. He has a ZZP VS cam, and how 100-pound springs,
90.
90-pound springs. Got for a heckin' deal back in the day.
Yeah, it's like $130 for that, the springs, and I guess a timing chain that guy gave me.
Yeah, it's just a stock timing chain though.
Yeah, stock timing chain.
You can make that into a decoration piece.
A lamp.
Yep.
Perfect.
All the
We'll
other
s-
shit.
We'll send it that way.
All right. Well, is there any more you want to do today with this?
Yeah.
You can put the cam in.
I'll probably put the cam in, I guess.
No.
Maybe machine the
Oh yeah.
or not machine, but like
You'll want to put like paper
Air
towels
madness.
in the valley, and then like
Yeah.
wherever, maybe
Yeah.
stuff it in.
just gonna do that and then just suck it out with the vacuum cleaner.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, I'm gonna get back to my oil change. I'm actually doing an oil change right now, so he's probably gonna continue with this. All right, fellas. I think we're gonna go ahead and end it off here. We're just gonna clean up the block a little bit and probably just end it off. We did quite a bit today. Not sure if I split it up into 2 videos, but we totally tore down Vince's LQ4 here. I guess not totally, we still need to take the crank out, but, and this engine too. And we also went and got my quick shift controller for my transmission, so, and I did an oil change. It's been a lot today, so we're going to go ahead and end off here, and thanks for watching.